As of today, Burrell, celebrity chef, TV personality, teacher, and inspiration, had a net worth estimated at $4 million. But money was never what truly defined her. Anne's wealth lived in the millions she inspired with her boisterous energy, platinum blonde hair, and signature battle cry. Brown food tastes good, a firecracker in the kitchen, and a force on screen. Anne's journey wasn't just about cooking. It was about confidence, second chances, and coloring life outside the lines. Early life, from Cazenovia to culinary dreams. Born on September 21st, 1969, in the quiet town of Cazenovia, New York, Burrell was never meant for a life of silence. The daughter of Marlene Burrell, a flower shop owner and a supportive, yet initially skeptical, father, and discovered her spark early, while watching Julia Child wield a whisk like a weapon of empowerment. She grew up alongside her siblings in an environment that balanced simplicity with spirit, while her peers played house and played chef. Her teenage years saw her working in local restaurants, not for pocket money, but to chase a calling. She attended Canisius College in Buffalo and graduated in 1991 with a degree in English and Communications. But her heart beat to the rhythm of clanging pots and sizzling pans. Soon after, she packed up her courage and enrolled at the Culinary Institute of America, the gateway to her true path. Anne's journey didn't stop there. Hungry for depth, she ventured to Italy, enrolling at the Italian Culinary Institute for Foreigners in Piedmont. Here, she learned the art of rustic Italian cuisine, the soulful, unpretentious style that would later become her hallmark. Personal life, love, laughter, and new chapters. Anne's personal life was as rich as her risottos. After years of focusing on her career, love came knocking when she least expected it, through a swipe on Bumble. In 2018, she met Stuart Claxton, a marketing executive and single dad originally from the UK. Their connection was immediate. When the pandemic hit in 2020, the two quarantined together in Anne's childhood home in Cazenovia. That summer, Stuart proposed. They married on October 16, 2021, in a dreamy barn wedding surrounded by friends, including fellow Food Network star Rachel Ray, who stood by her side as a bridesmaid, and became a stepmother to Stuart's teenage son, Javier, embracing the role with warmth and humor. Though she never had children of her own and often spoke of Javier as a blessing, proof that family doesn't have to be biological to be real. She wasn't overtly religious, but lived with deep gratitude, often crediting the universe, her fans, and the magic of food for her journey. Off camera, she was a mentor to young chefs, an advocate for women in professional kitchens, and a philanthropist, supporting causes from juvenile diabetes research to feeding underserved communities. And in 2025, she was preparing for yet another reinvention, improv comedy. She had been taking classes, performing live, and even joked about being the next Betty White, only louder and blonder. Professional career, a culinary rock star. Anne's professional career was anything but conventional. It was a rock concert in chef's whites. After graduating from CIA, she cooked in Tuscany, then returned to New York to work under Lydia Bastianich at the famed Felidia. She later helmed the kitchen at Savoy, taught at the Institute of Culinary Education, and partnered with Mario Batali and Joe Bastianich at Italian Wine Merchants. But it wasn't until 2005 that the world truly met Anne. She exploded onto TV screens as Mario Batali's sous chef on Iron Chef America, where her fierce persona and electric hair made her unforgettable. In 2008, she launched her own show, Secrets of a Restaurant Chef, bringing professional techniques to home cooks with a wink and a whip of garlic. Then came the show that changed everything, Worst Cooks in America, as co-host and mentor, and took hopeless novices and turned them into kitchen warriors. Over 27 seasons, she became the face of culinary transformation, tough but loving, loud but empowering. Fans adored her, contestants revered her. She won the competition more than any other chef on the show, and also hosted Chef Wanted with and Burrell, appeared on Chopped, beat Bobby Flay, Guy's Grocery Games, The Best Thing I Ever Ate, and in 2025, she was featured in the new series House of Knives. She authored 2 best-selling cookbooks, Cook Like a Rock Star, 2011, and Own Your Kitchen, 2013. Anne's brand was loud, lovable, and larger than life, and she made it okay to take up space. House tour and car collection. In 2019, Anne purchased a sun-drenched loft in Brooklyn, a place she often called her haven of flavor and fun. With industrial-style windows, open shelving, and a spacious kitchen fit for Food Network royalty, it was both sanctuary and studio. The loft included her beloved cats, vibrant artwork, and of course, a spice rack that could make Gordon Ramsay blush. As for cars, Anne was practical. Though not flashy, she was often seen in a modest black SUV, loaded with grocery bags and filming gear. She was the kind of celebrity who'd rather invest in truffle oil and charity dinners than designer rims. College career. Before she became a culinary queen and was just a communication major at Canisius College. It was there she honed the skills that made her so effective on screen: storytelling, confidence, and connection. Her college years weren't marked by accolades or athletics, but by a quiet realization. She wasn't meant to follow the script. She was born to write her own. Cause of death, a silence no one expected. On the morning of June 17, 2025, Anne Burrell was found unresponsive in her Brooklyn home. Paramedics arrived quickly, but the vibrant, powerful woman who had once ruled the Food Network was gone. She was 55 years old. Initial reports suggested cardiac arrest, but pills found nearby raised suspicions of a possible accidental overdose. At the time of this writing, the official cause of death remains under investigation, pending a toxicology report. Her death sent shockwaves through the culinary and entertainment world. Tributes poured in from former contestants, fellow chefs, and millions of fans who had learned to cook and believe in themselves because of Anne. She had performed an improv set the night before, full of laughter and plans for the future. No one saw it coming, and perhaps, in some poetic way, that was Anne. Unpredictable, untamed, unforgettable. And Burrell was more than a chef. She was a mentor, a showwoman, a misfit, and a muse. Her legacy isn't just in the dishes she cooked. It's in the people she inspired to own their kitchen, their confidence, and their story. She proved that you don't have to be perfect to be powerful, and that sometimes the most delicious things in life come from a mess. In her own words, cooking is about giving your heart, giving your soul, giving your flavor. If I can help one person stop being afraid of the kitchen, I've done my job. And Burrell did her job. She did it loud, proud, and with a smile that could burn brighter than any stovetop flame. May her fire never go out.